Hey guys, we are live. I'm sorry it took me so long to come on. I was running around at the last minute trying to check to see if I have missed any collabs. So I'm really glad to be here. I see one person is already on. So welcome, welcome, welcome to Shout Out Sunday. This is the area where we get updated on various collaborations and open invitations that are out there. I share that news with you guys when I have it. And then we talk a little bit about our YouTube channels. And let me just say right off the bat, I am not a YouTube expert, but I played one on a TV show once before. Ha! No, that's a joke, but you know, oh, Bella Designs. Hey, Bella, how are you? Good to see you. I always wanted to say that. You know, you hear those funny things on those commercials on TV when they'll say, well, I'm not a doctor, but I stayed at a Holiday Inn once. So I just had to say that. But we got people jumping on left and right. We've already got 11 people on. So thank you guys for coming on. Let me know who's out there. So let me kind of give some shout outs so that I can say hello to people. So Bella's on. Painting the Roses Red is on. Julie, the DIY therapist. Hey, Julie, good to see you. And then Ricky Luyan. Ricky's going to be one of my new little sisters. You guys will be hearing more about her later. Kentucky Fried Fun is on, as well as Create with Cindy. And Shelly is on. Hey, everybody, this is going to be a great shout out because I tell you what, I've been doing just a little bit of research, and I had planned to do some other things. And then there's Mickey from Live, Laugh, Love, and Pray. So it's just been kind of fun. And I thought our last shout out was so nice. What do you guys think? Tell me your thoughts, but I just thought the last one was just epic. I mean, I thought we covered some good topics. We really got into some good stuff. I was just really pleased with the way things went on. What do you guys think about that last shout out? I just felt like it was meaningful, you know, like we really shared a lot of good information. Anthony Williams is on, so hey Anthony, welcome to our circle. And let me just, so Live, Laugh, Love, and Pray said she really enjoyed it. And let me just share something with you guys. One of the girls or ladies that follow me wanted to know how she could become a part of our circle. And I thought, well, you're a part of our community when you come on. So Painting the Roses Red, so this is the first time. Well, welcome Painting the Roses Red. Tell us what your name is so we know what to call you instead of Painting the Roses. But I think that I was so pleased with it because we really got out some information that can help us grow our channels. And so as I was sharing with you, this one woman asked, well, how can I join your circle? And I thought, well, you're a part of our circle when you're jumping on Sundays. We're talking, we're sharing information, we're offering each other support. That's all you have to do. It's not like it's a secret society or anything like that that you have to sign up for. You just have to jump in and share information. Julie says she always enjoys coming together and chatting and planning together and sharing ideas. So yes, that's the whole point. And just doing that. So, and I think Mickey and Shelly have a different conversation going on over there, so I won't talk about that. But I have to excuse me, guys. I'm kind of snuffly tonight. I don't know. I think maybe my husband needs to change the filter in my office because I've been snuffling all night. So, okay, so we have been on for 3.5 minutes, so I think I'm going to go ahead and jump into it. Oh goodness, please excuse me. This is so gross. So anyway, we've got Ruth from Kentucky Fried on. We've got Cindy from Create with Cindy. We've got a lot of people on that are with us. So, and I've got a few challenges and some new ones that I'm going to share. And hopefully I've got them all. I did do research just before I jumped on. I checked open invites, open collaborations, and I checked challenges. So all the ones that I've been able to find, I've got information here about them. So let me just go ahead and get started. Oh, okay, so Born the Book says I'm kind of quiet. Let me bring it closer. Thank you, Shelly, for letting me know that. So I've got it closer, and I'll try to remember to talk louder. Does this help? I'm talking louder now, and I brought my device closer. I'm going to have to figure out if there's some kind of a microphone that I can get to use when I'm using my iPad. And then Levina 36 is on. Well, hey, welcome to this Shout Out Sunday. I appreciate your jumping on. That's one of my other sisters, and she doesn't usually jump on here. So, okay, let me go ahead and get started with the collab so that if we want to just chat later on, we've got our business out of the way. So first of all, one of the ongoing challenges that I always talk about is the Hug Your Home Challenge. And then Cookie Phillips. She's from Cookie in Chicago. She tried my mac and cheese recipe and she liked it. Well, great, Cookie. Glad that you did try it. Welcome to our collaboration, or rather, welcome to Shout Out Sunday. All right, so let me just share this information here. I mentioned that ClutterBug has an ongoing challenge called Hug Your Home. And it's 12 weeks, and each week she gives a different task, a different area to do. And the first week was the bedroom, the second week was the kitchen, and last week was the master bathroom. And then next week, which is on Tuesday, her challenges always start on Tuesday, there will be a different area. But this is why I'm bringing that up again. I want to bring it up each week because it's an ongoing challenge, and you can jump in at any time. But remember when I said that you should each have a video series on your channel? Well, guess who's been doing the Hug Your Home challenges? Our little sister Ruth at Kentucky Fried Home. She's been doing those challenges, so now she has 3 videos up for Hug Your Home. So she's already got her series started, and she will end up with 12 videos in that series. So now, that's what I'm talking about. So way to go, Ruth. Now this is the thing. Participating in this Hug Your Home challenge makes sense on one of 2 reasons. First of all, when you look at Ruth's channel, her channel is about home, DIY, cleaning, cooking, that kind of thing. So a Hug Your Home challenge makes sense for Ruth to jump into, and then she'll have a video series that talks about cleaning and decluttering various portions of your home. So it makes perfect sense for her to do that. Now for Marie at Marie's DIY, I'm not sure if it makes sense for you to do that unless, number one, it does get more eyeballs on your channel, but those eyeballs are going to expect to see cleaning and decluttering. So if you jump into that challenge and you end up with that series for Hug Your Home, then you're going to need to follow up with cleaning and decluttering of your craft room and how to organize your crafts and things like that. Because if you attract a group of people there that are coming to you because they feel like you're offering organization and decluttering, then you're going to have to show some organizing and decluttering later with your DIY stuff. So there's just that. So there's that. And a lot of my friends are jumping on, and I'm seeing their names pop up, but I'm trying to get the business out of the way so I can just chat later. So there's that. Now, I know Ruth is on, and so she's thanking me for giving her a shout out. And this wasn't really meant to be a shout out. This was meant to be an analysis to help all of us, because we are all trying to grow our channel 1 subscriber at a time. And these are little tips that can help you grow your channel. And I just happened to be looking at Ruth's decluttering challenge, and I thought, bam, here she is doing just what we talked about. So she's got 3 videos in the Hug Your Home series. Now, Ruth, one thing I do want to suggest is you might want to work on your thumbnails. Your thumbnails are just a little busy. Now, one of the things you do that I do like is you make it clear. You've got the Hug Your Home thing on there, and then you've got the room you're working in. Let me just share with you someone that I thought was doing things pretty good. Now, again, I'm not a YouTube expert, but I have been studying a few things, and I know what I like. I know what kind of clues me in. And oh yes, Max just pointed out one of the other things about Ruth's channel, and I wrote this down, but I forgot to say it. She has lots of energy. She is so enthusiastic and so excited. So she makes you want to look at whatever it is she's talking about. So you want to make sure you've got a lot of energy going on as well. So now this is something else that I want you guys to think about. This is another channel when I was working on our analysis that you might want to take a look at. And I'll tell you why as soon as I pull it up. I'm using my iPad to do the live stream. So I'm trying to find this on my Kindle so I can make sure that I'm talking about, show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so now the other channel that I want you guys to take a look at is Mary's Nest. And I mentioned Mary before. Now Mary is one of my YouTube sisters from the Sean Cannell Video Ranking Academy. That's how we got to know each other. But I want to show you some things that she does in regards to her thumbnails. Can you see that? Now look how clean her thumbnails are. You see the human face, nice and large, and you can see her font is nice and large. But do you notice the uniformity of the thumbnails? And one of the things that I had thought about was when you're working on your series, you want to make a way that people know it's a series. And one of the things that Mary did when she did her Thanksgiving series was there were some recipes that she put on that you could make ahead. So notice the little stars that indicate make ahead. So that's one of the ways that she is indicating that this is a series. Now, do I know what app she's using? No, I don't know. I would guess she's either using Adobe Photoshop or something like that. But you just want to figure out a way to brand your thumbnails. And I have really been working on mine. They're a lot better and they've got a lot more work that needs to be done. But I'm trying to use some of the tools that Sean Cannell talks about in our Video Ranking Academy course. And hey, Bitty Boo, glad to see that you're on. So those are just some things that I wanted to share. So what we're doing now is kind of analyzing what could work good for our channels. So just kind of check those two things out so that you kind of see what I was talking about. Now let me check my notes to make sure I got everything there. Oh, and so then the other thing that Mary did was when she did her Christmas series, she would put at the top of each of the thumbnails holiday baking or Christmas baking or holiday entertaining. Just some little cue to let us know that this was part of a series. So those are just some things to think about. So again, I was just working on just looking at a few things that we could do. And there's Home Decorating with Liz. She's been trying to make the live streams and she has missed them all. So Ricky Lewin says she used Fonto for her thumbnails. Now, I'm not familiar with Fonto, so Ricky, you'll have to share that with us, but I'm going to write that down and check that out. Because this is the thing, you can have great content, but if the thumbnail doesn't draw people in, people may not get to see whatever that content is about. So those were just some tips that I thought were important as we work on growing our business one subscriber at a time. So Farmer in Southern Belle said she uses Photoshop, and that's what I use too. I use Photoshop for mine, for some, but I mostly use Canva, and I use PicMonkey. So yes, Canva is an app. Canva is wonderful. I use Canva and PicMonkey. I will start the thumbnail in Canva, then I'll go over to PicMonkey and I'll put my what do you call it, design around it, that kind of thing. Canva and PicMonkey are both free and they're online. So yeah, Canva is pretty awesome and you can do lots of things with that. So consider checking that out. So I'm going to challenge each one of you guys on tonight. Go to Canva or PicMonkey. No, PicMonkey is, I thought it was free. You know what? PicMonkey did go to a paid subscription. It used to be free. And you're right, they've got a really cheap one, about $3.99 I think for PicMonkey. I think there's one lower than that, but you're right. But Canva is free. and you can certainly do very well with that. So I use Canva, PicMonkey, and Photoshop just a little because I'm not very good with Photoshop. That's one of the self-development things that I want to do. So Stephen's Party of Two is on. So welcome. So okay, so there's that information there. So now let me jump into some of the shout outs that I have. So Home Decorating with Liz says she's got PicMonkey at $7.99 for her, but Canva is free. And so I would consider taking a look at that as well. Fabulous Designs on a Budget has just joined us. So you guys have missed the information that I shared about starting a series on your channel and how to make your thumbnails indicate that it's part of a series. And I gave 2 channels for you to take a look at. One was Kentucky Fried Fun and how she started her series with the Hug Your Home series, and then Mary's Nest to see how she's doing her thumbnails. So that's just a couple of things that I wanted you guys to be sure to check out. So now let's take a look at the collabs. And you guys are having some great conversations over there, but I can't get into them yet. So excuse me for a second. Sorry about the snort. So all right, now let's talk about some collaborations. As you know, we've got, oh, and Painting the Roses never told us what her name was. So let us know what your names are so that we know what to call you. So Liz has a Valentine's Day series going on. That's great, Liz. That's good. So be sure and check out the Valentine's series that Liz has going on. And then Marie's DIY also has a 14 Days of Love going on. And it's always something around here. Well, that's Luann. I know her. Fabulous Designs on a Budget is Marilyn. So make sure you guys say what your names are so that people know who you are and who they're talking to. So now, what are some collabs that are hard upon us? Well, on Tuesday, January 22nd, is Tablescape Tuesday. Now, this is the collaboration that Creative Homescaping and my sister, Creative Lauri, my sister from another mister, are co-hosting. And this is the first of their quarterly challenges for Tablescape Tuesday. And these are meant to be in the middle of like the big tablescapes and big challenges. They're not like Christmas or anything like that, but they're meant to be in the middle of the big holidays. And this is what they call their $10 Tablescape Tuesday, because they want you to shop your home. These tablescapes are not to cost you more than $10. And if you can, free is best, because they really want you to shop your home and not have to spend any money. So go to Lauri or Pam at Creative Homescaping or Creative Lauri. Go and take a look at their invite videos to get the full details. So there's that one. And then on January 23rd is the first challenge that our sister Momdas is hosting, and she's collaborating with Bum Bea on that one. And this particular one is DIY for a loved one. And what you're supposed to do is like create a DIY for someone else, for someone that you love. And it has to be something useful. So I don't have mine done yet. And I really had to think, because you guys know DIY is not my favorite thing. So I had to think, what could I do that I could like really do and not feel like silly about? So I've got it all figured out, and I'll be working on that tomorrow. So there's that one. Haley is back with us. Hey, Haley. Hey, Deborah. So it's really good to see all of you guys. So really, if you guys can, show some love and jump in on the Useful DIY Challenge hosted by Momdas and Bum Bea. And then on January 25th, we've got our little sister Ruth, her first challenge that she's co-hosting with the Unapologetic Housewife. And I believe she's co-hosting with someone named Stephanie. I believe that's her name, at the Unapologetic Housewife. Now this challenge is really easy, and you can get it done in less than 10 minutes, and all you have to do is answer 3 questions. It's called What's in a Name, and it uploads, Momdas, hers is on, Momdas is on the 23rd, which is Wednesday. So Tablescape Tuesday is Tuesday the 22nd, and then Momdas DIY for someone you love is on Wednesday the 23rd, and then on Friday, the 25th, is the one hosted by Ruth at Kentucky Fried Fun and Stephanie, the Unapologetic Housewife. And in this one, you just tell why you started your YouTube channel, why you chose the name you chose, and then a little bit about something related to yourself. So what is it about Momdas you guys are asking? I must have missed something. But yeah, so we've got Tuesday, Tablescape Tuesday. We've got Wednesday, the DIY challenge with Momdas. And then on Friday, we've got What's in a Name with Ruth. So we've got those three that are hard upon us. And then on the 26th, which is Saturday, is the DIY Mommies Challenge. And it's an organizing DIY. I got an email from someone asking about, hey Donna D, but I got an email from someone asking about the DIY Mommies Challenge. She could not find the link. Well, there's really not a link, so to speak, to find. In one of her last videos, she mentioned that she was going to just give a list of her challenges, and she listed the 5 of them for the new year there, and she's not going to be posting imitation videos. If you go to her page, on her community tab, she will be listing the 5 challenges, and in some of her videos she'll just list them in the description box. So this challenge is due on Saturday, January 26th. It is one of the bigger challenges. She usually has about 100 people that jumps in, so the playlist can be anywhere from 100 to 150. She does usually open her playlist the day before, so you can kind of get jockey for position, whatever. But it's for organizing something and maybe a DIY. So Mimi is on. Good to see you, Mimi. That kind of thing. So that's where we are. So just thought we'll let you guys know that. So if you've had trouble finding it, that's why. Now Momdas, she says it's Indian time, 11 o'clock. And you know, I don't know about that. For Momdas's channel, what I would do is I would just check to see what time is, whatever time she said. I think she said 11 a.m. Indian time. So I would ask Siri or Alexa, what time is 11 a.m. Indian time? And it will tell you what time that is. So that's all I can say about that. And I have noticed that many times when Momdas is in a challenge, it will be in the day before some of the ones that we actually see. So you're just pretty much going to have to just Google it. That's all I can say. Okay, so there's those 3 or 4 challenges. Now on January 31st, we've got Dee at the Feathered Cottage and Biddy Boo Brown. They're co-hosting a Mardi Gras tray challenge. And this should be a lot of fun. What they want you to do, again, you can use a tray. It can be a tiered tray or a single tray. You get to decide, but square, round, whatever. But you must use the traditional Mardi Gras colors, purple, green, and gold. On the tray, you've got to have those quintessential Mardi Gras beads, and you've got to have a mask. So those are the goodies that you have to have on the Mardi Gras challenge. You can check out their invitation videos. That goes up on January 31st. So Bella says, who's hosting the Mardi Gras challenge? Well, there's a Mardi Gras tray challenge. And Dee at the Feathered Cottage with Dee and Biddy Boo Brown is hosting the Mardi Gras tray challenge. Someone asked me to repeat that. So the Feathered Cottage with Dee and Biddy Boo Brown are co-hosting a Mardi Gras tray challenge. You must have a tray. You must use the traditional Mardi Gras colors, purple, green, and gold. And you've got to have Mardi Gras beads and a mask. And the video upload date is January 31st, and then Mardi Gras is March 5th. So this just kind of helps you to plan ahead. So go to their channels and check out their invite videos for full details. Now here's another one that tends to be pretty big and is very popular, and it is the 1 box challenge. This one is hosted by Ruth at Sweet and Simple Home, and she hosts this challenge quarterly. And so the winter quarter 1 box challenge videos go up on Thursday, January 31st. And she's just asking you to fill 1 box. You can fill more, but at least fill 1 box. What did I say? Rachel at Sweet and Simple Home. I thought that's what I said. If I said the wrong thing, sorry about that. But Rachel at Sweet and Simple Home is hosting her quarterly 1 box challenge. You can do 1 box, you can do 3 boxes, but you must do at least 1 box for a minimum. And what you're to do is fill the box with things that you want to let go of, things that are no longer serving you or your family, but might be able to serve someone else. And this is really kind of interesting because there's a lot of decluttering and organizing challenges that are going on at this time of the year because people just get the idea or the feeling to like clean and purge and that kind of thing. Well, I'll tell you, I got to thinking about this, and Mimi says she's working on my Go Red. I'm going to bring that up in a little bit. But I've been thinking a lot about all this purging that people are asking us to do. And I came across a video by a woman who has a business called ClutterBug. And what she did in her 3 videos that I watched was talk about the psychology, the emotions attached with decluttering and with purging. And she made so much sense. Now, it didn't help that my husband was walking around listening to her talk as well, because he's like, really? That's what I said, this kind of stuff. So kind of co-signing some of the things that she was saying. But she made so much sense. And I really now have a different perspective on purging and decluttering and getting rid of things. So please be sure to check her out. Okay, yeah, ClutterBug. I hadn't heard of her before either. She just happened to pop up in my sidebar. But check out some of her videos. Very, very interesting. Bella says she can't get rid of nothing. I tell you what, Bella, if you listen to this woman at ClutterBug, you will. Because she really talks about the emotions that are attached to the things that you have. And this really, really was helpful to me. So yeah, so consider that. So the January 31st 1-box challenge by Rachel at Sweet and Simple Home. And she does this, like I said, every quarter. So that'd be helpful for there. And then, of course, on February 1st, all of you guys, I'm hoping you're going to join me, is my Go Red for Women's Heart Health Challenge. And I know some of you have been thinking, okay, so what can I do? Well, let me give you some examples. Let's say, for example, Bella at Bella Designs. Maybe what you might do is just wear something red on your channel that day and just talk about what you know about heart disease being the #1 killer of women. Or maybe you might want to say that you're going to stop maybe drinking caffeinated Coke or something like that. I don't know. Or maybe you're going to do something like get the people at your office to wear red on that day, and then you have some pictures or something like that to share. Or maybe Marie's DIY, maybe she makes a DIY project that has something to do with women's heart health on it. There's a lot of different things that you can do. So just think about what makes sense for you. So Bella says heart disease is what took her husband. And I'm a heart disease survivor myself. So it's like, I know the importance of, taking your medication and trying to exercise and reducing your cholesterol and those kinds of things. So keep it as simple or as complex as you like. One of the things that I'm going to do is I host a Go Red dinner, and we have some family and friends in. And I'll show you guys some footage of that a couple of days after the dinner, but I'll also have a video that goes up that day for Wear Red Day. So there's some things with that. So yeah, Bella's getting some sympathy from some of our members because, they weren't aware of what happened with her husband. So, what you don't know, you don't know. Like I said, we talk a lot about breast cancer and how breast cancer affects women, but what we don't talk about is heart disease. And I'm trying to change that narrative. So in February, I'm going to do a little bit more of that, but I'm not going to do too much of that here because that's not what we're trying to do right now. So anyway, so please join me in my Go Red challenge. And if nothing else, maybe all you do is you go to your doctor, you have them check your blood pressure, or your nurse practitioner, you get your blood pressure checked, you find out what your numbers are, and you think about what's a healthy change that you can make. Like maybe if you're taking medication for high blood pressure, well, you really need to be drinking lots of water. So maybe one of the things you decide to do for your Go Red video is that, you know what, I'm on medication for hypertension, and I've decided I've got to drink 8 glasses of water a day to make sure I'm flushing my kidneys. Bam, done. So you get to decide. Keep it as simple or as complex as you like. Okay, now, February 3rd, now secondhand Tracy Ann, you know she always gives us her challenges in a series. And so her, Mickey, I'm so glad I survived heart disease as well. And I tell you what, initially when it happened, I didn't think I was going to, but yes, you can put up a Go Red sign at work. There's a couple things that I'm going to put up that you guys can use, but certainly you can go to the American Heart Association's website or go to the National Institute of Health. So that the National Institute of Health, and they have lots of information that you can use, that you can download to use at work, or at home, or in different places. So like I usually take in a poster to the beauty shop and things like that. So be thinking about it. So I'm going to post another reminder video, and so I'll give some suggestions on what are some of the things you can do. So there's that. Okay. On February 3rd is one of secondhand Tracy Ann's challenges, and it is the first of her challenges called the Valentine's Day Mantle Hugs and Kisses Challenge. And we are asked to decorate our mantle with hugs and kisses, and that one uploads on February 3rd. Make sure you go to her channel so that you can get all the details on that one. And then February 5th will be the upload date for my winter kitchen vignette. I know you guys have been wondering, when am I going to announce it? Well, I'm announcing it today. My invitation video is going to go up tomorrow, but you guys are all invited now to participate in my winter kitchen vignette. We just did the Christmas kitchen vignette not too long ago, and now this is the winter kitchen vignette. And if you guys that follow me remember, I kind of let you know you're going to need a soup tureen for the winter challenge. So what are the details? You need a tray, because your vignette for your kitchen must be portable. Because in case you need that counter space or table space to prep, you need to be able to move it aside. The other thing you need is a soup tureen. Now, why a soup tureen? Well, because in the wintertime, we're always thinking about comfy, cozy foods, and soup is one of the big foods. Soups and chilies. Pardon?
We got Mickey's challenge.
I haven't got there yet. And so soups and foods and those kind of things are one of the things that we always use. So make sure that you have a soup tureen.
Upload next Wednesday.
What?
Upload days next Wednesday.
Okay, hang on a second. Honey, you're going to need to write that information down and then bring it in here to me, because I'm kind of getting distracted. So if you could do that, I'd appreciate it. Just write it down and then bring it in here. My husband is getting some information, so is someone watching Good Times? No, but you would think so. He's in there talking. He's watching something else, and then someone called and whatever. But anyway, the soup tureen is because we use a lot of soup and chilies and stews and those kind of things in the wintertime. Comfy, cozy, hearty foods. So you need to have a soup tureen, and it can be as big or as small. You get to decide. I picked up 3 soup tureens thrifting. So I've got 2 small ones and 1 big one. And then I got one from my cousin from her mom's stuff. So there's that. And yeah, you're right about that Good Times comment. I saw that. Okay, so again, my invitation goes out tomorrow, and then the video upload date for your winter kitchen vignette is February 5th, I think I said. I got distracted. Let me find it. Yes, February 5th is when the winter kitchen vignette goes up. Now, it goes up February 5th, and we haven't had Valentine's Day yet, but this is not a Valentine's Day vignette, because what I want you to be able to do is whatever you put up, I want you to be able to live with it for a while. So, it's not a Valentine's Day vignette, it's just a winter kitchen vignette. So what you do is up to you. Now, it's always something around here that says she doesn't have a soup tureen. Well, I got mine, like I said, thrifty, and I picked up one for less than $5, so they're pretty easy to find. All right, so there's that. Okay. And then on February 9th, we have the Mailbox Swag video. The Mailbox Swag Outdoor Decor Invite by Secondhand Tracy Ann. And that one is supposed to go up on February 9th. And then on February 10th is her custom candy bar buffet collaboration. So she's got two back-to-back. On the 9th and the 10th, you're going to be uploading videos for Secondhand Tracy Ann. So again, go to her channel for all the details because she's got lots of them. She has very specific instructions and you need to follow them. So go to her channel and check them out. And then coming up on February 28th, my little sister, and this is my real little sister, Mickey at LiveLaughLovePray, is hosting her very first challenge, and her invite video has already gone out. And what she wants you to do is join her in her 30-day journal challenge. So again, this is Max's first challenge that she is hosting on her own. And January 30th is the date for when the series kicks off. So the first video with the first prompt goes out on January 30th, and you will get a prompt every day until February 28th. So it's going to be 30 days. So you'll get January 30th and 31st, and then all 28 days of February for your 30-day challenge. Now, let me see if I have any details here. And then Max, you're on, so if you need to give us any details, you can jump in and do that too. But she's going to give you a prompt that you can use each day, but I don't believe that you have to use that prompt if you have something else you want to journal about. The prompts are to give you ideas so that you have something to work from. Or you can use that prompt and go from there. You can talk about what happened to you during the day, but she wants it to be something that doesn't just share bad ideas, but something that is no specific journal. I don't know what you mean by that. There's no specific journal that you have to use, but she will offer a prompt each day, but you can either use the prompt. So she's going to be giving you specific prompts each day. So Max, the question is, are you required to use those prompts, or can you just journal freestyle? That's the question. So she wants you to use the prompt each day. So she's going to give you a prompt each day, and you are asked to use that prompt. And then for 30 days, you'll have something different that you'll journal on each day. And then at the end of that time, there's going to be a way that you can share. So you'll see a video each day with that information. So make sure you go to her channel so you can get all the correct details. Because you can see I'm kind of goofing up some of them. And I'm looking forward to it. I love journals. I love pretty paper. I love pretty notebooks. And I know a couple of you got new journals for Christmas. Okay, so there's that. So the first video for Max's channel goes up on January 30th. And you can journal in addition to the prompt, but start out with the prompt and then you can go freestyle from there. Okay. And then there's another challenge that I want to tell you guys about. And this is one that I'm also going to be doing in collaboration with Creative Miss Me with Stephanie. And we are doing a Mardi Gras Tablescape challenge. And it will be, as I said, co-hosted by Stephanie at Creative Miss Me with Stephanie and myself. And she usually creates a Mardi Gras Tablescape every year for her husband because her husband is from New Orleans. And she makes a big Mardi Gras dinner, but this time she thought it would be fun to host a challenge and asked me to co-host it with her. So we are doing a Mardi Gras Tablescape Challenge. We're going to have a hashtag Mardi Gras Table 2019. And you must use the traditional purple, green, and gold, but since teal has been creeping into the Mardi Gras colors, you may also use teal as one of your 4 colors. So our invitation video is going to go up on February 7th, and then you'll be able to see all the details. So you've got to have your bees, you've got to have a mask, you have to, use the traditional colors, and then we got to see what you guys can do. We're really looking forward to that. And then I will just say that I've also been notified that on June 15th there's going to be another big collaboration, but I don't have the liberty to tell you who and what just yet. But I'll just say mark June 15th as a collaboration on your calendar and give yourself a week in front of that so you can have time to plan. And you can kind of guess what's going on in June to think, okay, now what could it possibly be about? So I just give you those little cues right there. Okay, so now those are all the collaborations that I know about. If you guys know of any more, let me know. You can put them in one of the comments, and when I go through on the replay, I'll find them, or you can send me an email. I've been getting lots more emails, and so that's been pretty good. So there's that. Now, I do have one shout out today, and this one is for Red Hot Gaming. And if you guys remember, Red Hot Gaming is one of the people that's been joining in on our Shout Out Sundays, and he's on every week, and every now and then he'll make a comment. He likes to hear people talk, he said. So and he asked for a shout out, which normally we don't give people shout outs because they ask for them. But since he was a part of our community, he's been here off and on for a while, I thought, let's check him out. Well, this guy is a kid. He's probably somewhere between the ages of 12 and 18, and I'm thinking 12 and 16. He has a channel that, now Cindy says Diva Designing on a Dime has one coming up. Cindy, tell me what that is, because I don't know. But anyway, Red Hot Gaming's channel deals with gaming, and one of the big games he talks about is Fortnite. So if any of you have kids that are into gaming, particularly Fortnite, this could be a good channel for you to check out. And you can certainly ask him questions about the game or equipment and different things like that. Because if I had to buy something for my grandson who's 13 and loves Fortnite, I don't have a clue, but Red Hot Gaming might be able to share some information with you about that. So that's going to be our only shout out for today is Red Hot Gaming. So now, someone is saying, show her some love, Valentine's Tablescape. Who was this? I missed that. And like I said, Red Hot Gaming is a child, somewhere between the ages of 12 and 18. So, when you go over there to look, be kind. But now, what was this Tablescape? And my iPad seems to be losing power. I got it plugged in. Let me just double check. I've got it plugged in, but if all of a sudden I blank out, you guys will know why. So, okay, I will check Kimberly's channel. What was the challenge? Does anyone know? Is it a Valentine's Day Tablescape? What is it? And when is the date for it?
More than a coincidence that all of these things kind of converge on the campaign at once. And
is someone get ready to give me that information?
The driving factor of all this is the Moscow deal. It really could just come.
And what's the date, Cindy?
Money and to the fact that the president was pursuing this massive deal with Russia. And if nothing else,
oh, it's her annual Show Some Love collaboration. Duh, I forgot about that. I don't know how I missed that. I don't get some of the notifications. I'll go over and look. So guys, don't worry about sending it to me. I'll go over and look, and I will get the information there. But when I search for the collaborations, I type open invite and collab. I type in challenges. I will search open invitation challenges, and what comes up is what comes up. And that one did not come up. And I did search just minutes before I jumped on. So now let me just say thank you guys for jumping on, and I really appreciate your joining me, so that in case I blank off because my iPad might die, you guys will know why. All right, so now what do you guys want to talk about tonight? Have you guys tried any of the tips that we talked about last week? We talked about February 9th is when it is. Okay, so February 9th is the Show Some Love collaboration, and I'll be going over to check what that is. So I'll double check. I will go to her channel and I will suss out the information myself. So don't worry about it. I'll make sure that I get it. And then Bella, okay, I'll check that, Bella. So you guys that have to go, you guys that are jumping off to put kids to bed, that kind of thing, thank you guys so much for joining me. And let me know if you find this information helpful. We kind of got in our YouTube business where I told you guys about how to analyze the thumbnails and various things on the channel early when we talked about the thumbnails on Mary's Nest and we talked about the series and how you can show some of that. So do go and take a look at that information so that we can all grow. Because like I said, we are all trying to grow our channels one subscriber at a time. And if I can share any information with you that is helpful, then I'm trying to do that. So why don't we wrap it up before my iPad blanks off. Thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you next Sunday for another shout out. Serious, sometimes fatal infections and cancers, including lymphoma, happened, as have Karen says she's a little nervous. Tips for beginners. Yes, Karen. The first thing you want to do is just start. So what you want to make sure you do, Karen, and send me an email with your information just in case this blanks off and I'm not able to finish up this comment. But the first thing you want to do is plan out at least 10 videos that you want to put on your channel. If you haven't started, if you don't have any up there yet, you want to make sure you've got your channel name, you've got your channel set up, and then you want to record at least 10 videos so that you can put a video up at least once a week for the next 10 weeks or put up 2 a week for 5 weeks so that you're not so pressed. And the videos, consider having them some kind of a series somewhere in there. Good night, guys. I appreciate you guys joining in. And make sure that you've got good titles, good thumbnails, and that you research how to use the tags and things like that in your description and in your tag box so that people can find you on YouTube, so that the search engine can find you. Did you have a specific question, Karen? Good night, guys. Thank you, Donna. You are quite welcome. Good night, Marie. Good night, Liz. It is so good to see you on, Liz. I'm glad you're able to make this live stream. I hope you found it useful. Good night, Stephen's Party of Two. Marie says she's losing views, not sure why. No. Marie, you said you were going to try uploading 2 videos a day for the next few weeks. Do not do that. Do not. You do not want to upload more than 1 video a day unless you absolutely, positively have to. When would you have to? Well, you would have to if, let's say my challenge is February 1st and you need to upload a video for that one. If you can avoid uploading 2 in one day, do that. But do not upload 2 in a day as a matter of course. Good night, Cindy. So Karen, did you have any other questions? Was that information helpful? One of the guys that I suggest you take a look at, Karen, to help you figure out how to get started is Roberto Blake and Sean Cannell. You can find them on YouTube. They've got lots of great information for beginners, as well as Nick Nimmons. Those guys are awesome, and they can help you just figure out some basic things on how to get started. So Karen, please check out Roberto Blake, Nick Nimmons, and Sean Cannell for their how to start a YouTube channel and their,